Hi, seniors. I don't have my normal mic, so I hope that I'm going to keep this very brief, and I hope that this is going to come out okay on your end. What you're going to work on today and tomorrow is a setting analysis activity. I want us to then come together on Wednesday during a Zoom meeting and actually discuss the character analysis activity you did before Thanksgiving, and then this analysis activity over the setting that you're going to work on Monday and Tuesday. The Wednesday Zoom meeting is not going to be required, but it's highly recommended that you attend because all of the activities that you've done for character analysis and setting analysis will actually be preparing you for Friday's timed writing. And I think then having a Zoom discussion is probably like the end of all of the preparation that you've done, and it could be kind of the final thing that you do to prepare for that timed writing on Friday. What you're going to do for this activity is look at 4 distinct settings from Frankenstein. I want you to go ahead and list them here. And as you list the 4 distinct settings that you've chosen, I want you to also include the chapter and page numbers where the specific details can be located. So you're actually using your book. Your book should be with you as you're completing this activity. I want you to think about what setting is. And when we use the word setting, I also want to say the word surroundings is also an interchangeable word. So if you see the word settings, you can also think to yourself that also involves not just the traditional setting of the time and place and the location and whatnot, but the surroundings. So look at this right here. This is a really good definition for it. It is the background against which action takes place. And so the different elements that make up a setting or the surroundings are, yes, the geographical location. And so that's a pretty traditional feature of setting that you'd be really familiar with. But I also want you to think about the occupations and the daily manner of living of the characters. The time period, obviously, is another traditional piece of setting, but also think about the general environment of the characters. So, for example, their religious, mental, moral, social, and emotional conditions that they are dealing with on a day-to-day basis. As you think about that, I also want you to think about questions that College Board has provided us with as we are kind of thinking through how setting impacts a novel's development, including character analysis and the development of theme. So College Board suggests, do you think about these questions? How do the details in the text convey or reveal one or more aspects of a setting? What are the relationships between the text's settings and other literary elements, especially character? How does the setting affect readers of the text? How do the various settings contribute to meaning and to the overall effect of the novel? What is the relationship between a setting's historical time period and a character? And what is the relationship between the society or culture of a setting and a character? And so I want you to be thinking about all those questions. You're going to either focus now at this point on Victor Frankenstein or the creature. It does not matter to me which character you choose, but I think it's really important that you pick one character to focus on. I want you to type that character's name here, the one you want to focus on. And then as you look at the 4 different settings that you have selected, I want you to make notes to yourself about the geographical location of that setting. What do you learn about the daily manner of living in that setting? What do you learn about the general environment of that setting? And then over here is where you are going to make connections to the character that you have chosen and or a theme that you see emerge based on the setting that is presented. Now you'll notice that I've left out the time period. That was the third one here. I've included notes on geographical location, the daily manner of living, and the general environment. But we're going to go ahead and skip over time period. I don't think it's necessary in Frankenstein to look at the time period for each of the 4 distinct settings. If you want to include something about the time period, it would probably go under the daily manner of living, would be more impacted by time period than anything else. So you can put notes there. I want to emphasize the boxes that I've highlighted here are places for you to just jot down notes. I don't need you pulling text evidence unless you want to. Of course, you're welcome to. But these could literally just be bullet-pointed notes. Over here is where you're actually doing analysis. These boxes are where you're objectively saying, this is what happens in the text. Here is the general environment presented in the 3rd setting. Here is the fourth setting's geographical location. So this is all objective, okay? This right here is your analysis. This is where you say, based on what I learned in each setting, here is then how the character that I've chosen, either Victor Frankenstein or the creature, here's how the character is developed. Here's what I learn about the character based on the setting. Here's what I learn about the theme based on that particular setting. And so this is going to be your analysis, not over here. That's all just objective, like this is just straight up from the text, okay? So I would expect to see more written over here than I would expect to see written over here. Please feel free, I know these are small boxes. They will obviously expand as you type, but please feel free to manipulate the size of each of the boxes. If you have more to say over here and you want to make this a larger column, of course, that's fine with me. I'm going to give you today, Monday, and tomorrow to work on this so that you can maybe split it up a little bit, maybe do setting 1 and 2 on Monday and then setting 3 and 4 on Tuesday. We're going to have a Zoom meeting at 11 o'clock on Wednesday, so if you can make it to that Zoom meeting, that would be great. That Zoom meeting will replace, because it will be probably 45 minutes to an hour, that will replace the Tuesday and Thursday Zoom meeting this week. Please reach out to me if you have any questions. Let me know if I can help. And remember that on Friday, we do have our timed writing. We have some other timed writing prep activities that we will do Wednesday and Thursday in addition to this activity today. So, like I said, let me know if you have any questions. I hope you guys all had a good Thanksgiving. Bye.